We ready to roll? Okay. We'll go ahead and get started with defensive line coach Larry Knight. Questions for Coach Knight? We'll start right here with Kelly.
Obviously, some changes, just with Mark leaving and Turner coming in, you guys, doing a different thing where you have the OD line, the assistant coach stuff. How has that looked? How has that worked so far for you?
It's awesome. I've been excited about it. The thing I've been excited about the most is having Coach Turner around, because it's an opportunity for me to learn even more as a coach. You know what I'm saying? I've been coaching for a while, but you can't ever learn too much. And so his experience and his perspective and coaching at the places he's coached and coaching the type of players he's coached, have an opportunity to pick his brain and work together with this stuff, that's probably been the best part about it for me personally, and I think it's been good for the players as well.
Rod?
You get to spend more time now probably with the defensive ends than you did before.
Mm-hmm.
With a new line for evaluation. How's that going?
It's going well. Because, obviously my focus for the past few years has been just tackles. So now I have an opportunity to work with both groups has been huge for myself personally. But it's been good for the players as well. Being able to get a little bit of continuity with some of the technique teaching, and myself and Coach Turner, we have some of the same philosophies when it comes to some of the technique teach. And some of the things that we didn't have the same philosophies on, we've been able to get together and work those things. So it's been great having an opportunity to flip-flop back and forth and have the chance to work with those ends. Those guys are improving every day.
Ken?
Do you kind of have like I said, kind of laid out, here's how we're going to split the group, or with you and Coach Turner? How does that, how do you kind of manage just a practice or a meeting with
Yeah, it's daily. It just depends on how the structure of the practice goes and how the meetings go that day. So some days, for example, install days, we like to meet together. So we'll all come together. We'll get the install, make sure everybody's on the same page. I'll talk about what I need to talk about, the techniques, the scheme, whatever we're doing. He'll talk about the part that he needs to talk about. We always make sure we get together before so that we're on the same page when it comes to that. And then a lot of times after that, we'll split. It just depends on what package we're in or what we're running that day, with how we'll split the group up. For the most part at practice during spring ball, I've been working with the ends more. I think y'all seen that when y'all come around. And in some periods, I'll be with the tackles as well, depending on what we're in, if it's special teams or whatever we're doing. So it's just a communication between me and him on how we want to do things, and it's been working out pretty well.
Kelly?
You got a different group of guys. You actually have a lot of the guys back, but
Yeah.
This is a different group, right? And
Yeah.
Just kind of what are you seeing from those guys? Obviously, you guys are real excited about Keon, and he got hurt last year. He
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to play as much as he'd like, but just what are you seeing from that group kind of discussion tonight?
They focus. That's what's been cool. You can tell they are hungry to improve. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it hasn't been that way in the past, but they've leveled up. As far as that, I'm excited about everybody, but it's been cool to see the development of Daquan Dowse. He's playing hard, man. He's playing hard. He's grasping the techniques, doing the things he's supposed to do. The ends, obviously having Keon back is a huge deal for us. And then you also see the improvement on Sylvain. You know how those ACLs work, man. Like, somebody could come back and be healthy but still not completely be themselves, and you're starting to see him flash back to his normal athleticism. So that's been good, and he's taking on the techniques as well. I'm excited about how everyone has been developing, because they all pushing and competing for each other because they know everything wide open. So everybody wants to prove themselves. So that's been pretty cool to see. It's been very exciting.
Rod?
Coach Stacker talked a little bit about Scott and how he tried to transform this game a little bit in the offseason. What is your viewpoint?
You said Mekhi?
Scott.
Mekhi Scott? Yeah. Shoot, man, he working. So he was during the strength and conditioning period, he was one of those guys that every week he was on the list for something positive. We have awards for lifter of the day or runner of the day, or whatever that may be. And somehow he managed to be on a list every week. So you could already tell that his level of focus had increased dramatically. After the season, we have those exit interviews, and we talked about, hey, man, you want to be this type of player or that type of player, here's what you need to improve on. And you can see him actively working to get it fixed. And not only is he actively working to get the weaknesses fixed, he's trying to make the strength stronger. You know what I mean? So that's been something we've been excited about. He's a great human being, and he's going to turn himself into a great football player too.
He looks like he's a little quicker off the ball.
Yeah. But it goes to show that strength and conditioning, like, he's not a guy, he ain't going to question nothing. He's going, whatever you say, he's going to go. And he's going to do it to the best of his ability. And you can see it starting to show up. Just like you said, he looks quicker. He's still trying to improve his hand balance. He's already been able to bend, you know, and I tend to forget how young he is because of how mature he is when it comes to his work ethic, you know, and we've been very excited about it. We really have.
Does not having Jordan and Jerry, does it change the way, like, kind of the way you do this group, or what you think that can do, or how you kind of plan?
Nah, man. I'm the type, I'm going to roll what we got. We're going to roll what we got with the guys that want to be here. You know what I mean? I'm going to just leave it at that. It's really that simple.
Kelly?
With Josh and Noah, they got started last year,
Mhm.
true freshmen. How important is that moving forward? And kind of Kevin Harrison, I got curious about.
Yeah.
What they need to do to feel more.
Well, you know that in-game experience is always a big deal. You know, a young guy, you always think you're ready. I thought I was ready till Jake Long got a hold of me one time. I don't know if y'all remember Jake Long. Y'all remember Jake Long? Man, that was the second game of my career. Jake Long, I looked up, I was back there with the safety somewhere, man, on the inside zone. So you always think you're ready, you know, and then you get that in-game experience, and then now it's like, all right, I know what I need to improve on. Coach been saying I need to get stronger. Coach Noah's been saying I need to gain weight, and you start to realize that it's real. You know what I mean? And so I think that's good experience for those guys. And what is causing them to do is they're ramping up when it comes to competition. Like I said, they know it's wide open. They know this job is open, that job is open. They know that the different packages, there's a lot of openings on those things. So they're competing really, really heavy. And now they had an in-game experience. Or when they come in, I can pull up the film. Hey, this is what you've been bad at in-game, and this is how you fix it. So I think that's been huge with their development. I can't say who got the lead on what now, but they all working. They all working at a high level. They really are.
Ron?
Sylvain is a guy that had the word potential by its name, and his injuries always got in the way.
Yeah.
You look at him now, it seems like he's ready to play.
Yeah, I mean, he's 30 years old, so I mean, that's part of it. They say, oh, he look like a grown man. He is a grown man, you know. But I love Sylvain. Sylvain is he always brings life to the room. He always brings the work ethic that you need. He's a mature dude, but he's funny at the same time. He's really good for the room. I'm very excited about him. He's someone that as I cut on the film every day, I see him get 1% better every single day that we've had. Well, we just finished practice 6, I think, and every day you see him improving every single day. So I hope that continues. I hope that trend continues.
Time for a couple more with Luke Cannon and Kelly.
Coach Collins said good points, and he understands all those, just that he wants to be more ahead of you guys. I'm curious, have you seen that already?
Oh, yeah.
During, you know, in the first half of the preseason, or is he now still?
Yeah. He's been in there. Yeah, he's been in there, and just schematically, and not only that, some of the technique things. You know, this guy's coached some of the best defenses in college football during his coordinating time. Not only that, some of the best players. So when he recognizes a player that may have a certain skill set that matches up with a guy that had a skill set in the past and how he utilized that skill set, that expertise has been really good. So we know, all right, when we want to run this type of package and run these type of plays, this guy fits based on what I had when I was here running this and that, if that makes sense. So it's been a good deal for us having him in there a lot more than what he's been in the past.
Kelly?
I was just curious about how Zeke's coming along. Obviously, you think he's limited the strength. He got that burn last year and showed some real flashes and can't teach size, right?
That's right.
So how important is it to continue to develop him to be that big?
I mean, you let him tell it. He ready to play right now. You know how it is. Man, coach, I'm ready. And like, hey, look, man, continue to go through the process that you're supposed to go through. But he is chomping at the bit. He is chomping at the bit, and he's been attacking the rehab. He's been attacking the strength and conditioning part, and hopefully he stays on track to be ready by summer camp, which is what they said. So hoping that happens, because he's a huge piece, you know, along with having him, and then also the two that we got coming in, you know, to go along with it. Getting Zeke back, the guys that are participating in spring are getting better. I think that the nucleus that we have is turning into what it needs to turn into. We got the proper type of size. We got some quickness in there as well, and I think it's going to turn into something good for us as long as we continue to develop and grind and work the way that we're supposed to.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Knight.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Coach.
Hey, that's a true story, y'all. I was telling my guy.